Commander Dae-ho Kim stood at the window of the United Nations Space Defense Force headquarters, watching the massive alien ships hover above New York City. "They're hailing us again," said Hansol Park, his communications officer. Her fingers moved quickly over the control panel as she prepared to receive the transmission. "Same frequency as before." "Put them through," Dae-ho ordered, his voice steady despite the weight of the moment. This was humanity's first contact with alien life, but it wasn't going the way anyone had hoped. The hologram flickered to life, showing the alien commander. It stood nearly 8 feet tall, with gray skin and 4 eyes arranged in a diamond pattern. "Humans," it spoke through its translation device. "I am Supreme Commander Rix of the Stellar Dominion. Your time for consideration is over. What is your answer?" Dae-ho looked around the room at the other world leaders and military commanders. They all knew what was coming. "Supreme Commander," he said calmly, "we have discussed your demands at length. Then you will surrender and join the Dominion." Rix's upper eyes narrowed. "Your civilization is primitive. Your ships are few. Your weapons are weak. This is a generous offer." Hansol's hand moved quietly to a small black device under her desk. She waited, watching Dae-ho carefully. "We have a few questions first," Dae-ho said, buying time. "Your demands mentioned immediate control of all Earth's military forces. Could you clarify what that means?" The alien commander made a sound like grinding rocks, perhaps a laugh. "It means exactly what it says. Your pitiful orbital defense stations and handful of space cruisers will be under our direct control. We've scanned your planet thoroughly. We know the full extent of your military capability. All of it." Dae-ho raised an eyebrow. "You're certain?" "Do not play games," Rix growled. "Our scans are perfect. We see your cities. We see your bases. We see your ships. Everything above ground is visible to us." Dae-ho allowed himself a small smile. "Above ground. Interesting choice of words." Hansol's finger hovered over the black device. She looked at Dae-ho, waiting for his signal. "You have 1 Earth hour to surrender," Rix declared. "After that, we will begin taking what we want by force. Your primitive weapons cannot harm our ships. Do not test our patience." "Actually," Dae-ho said, nodding to Hansol, "I don't think we'll need an hour." His eyes met hers across the room. "Activate Protocol Deepwater." Hansol pressed the button. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, deep beneath the oceans of Earth, ancient machinery began to wake up. The alien commander was still speaking when the first tremors began. The hologram flickered as the ground shook. "What is this?" Rix demanded. "Some kind of geological attack. Your earthquakes cannot." A junior officer rushed into Rix's command room. The alien's 4 eyes widened as it listened to the report. "Impossible," it whispered. "The readings, the energy signatures." "Commander Rix," Dae-ho said, standing taller now, "about that surrender. I'm afraid we'll have to decline." The building shook again, harder this time. Through the window, Dae-ho could see the waters of the Hudson River churning. Around the world, the oceans began to move. "What are you doing?" Rix demanded. "What is this?" 50 years ago, Dae-ho explained calmly, "we found something in the Pacific Ocean. Something that changed everything. We realized we weren't ready for the stars. Not yet. So we didn't build up." He smiled. "We built down." The hologram showed Rix barking orders at his crew as more reports came in. Sensors that had been focused on the surface suddenly detected massive energy readings from deep underwater. All across Earth's oceans, something was rising. "You should have scanned deeper," Hansol added, allowing herself a small grin. "This is impossible," Rix roared. "Your species is primitive. You have barely reached your own moon." "That's what we wanted everyone to think," Dae-ho said. "It's easier to build in secret when nobody's watching. And the ocean is very, very good at keeping secrets." The first of the hidden fleet broke the surface of the Atlantic Ocean, water cascading off its massive hull. It was larger than anything humanity had ever publicly built, a masterpiece of engineering and alien technology rebuilt and improved over 5 decades of secret work. And it was just the beginning. Commander Rix Daho said as more ships began to surface around the world, "I believe it's time we had a different kind of discussion about the future of Earth." The alien transmission cut off abruptly, leaving the humans in the room smiling at each other. Their moment had finally come. The oceans of Earth were giving birth to the greatest fleet in human history, and the galaxy was about to learn just how dangerous it was to underestimate humanity. Admiral Jai-yun Lee walked through the underwater command center, her footsteps echoing on the metal floor. The base, hidden 3 miles beneath the Pacific Ocean, had been her home for the last 5 years. Today, it felt different. Today, it was about to become the center of Earth's defense. "Status report," she called out to her crew. The massive control room glowed with blue light from dozens of screens. "The aliens have pulled their ships back to high orbit," reported Sun Ma-choi, looking up from her station. "They're regrouping, but still broadcasting their ultimatum. 72 hours to surrender." Jai-yun smiled. "They're scared. They don't know what to do now." She walked to the main window, looking out into the dark ocean waters. Huge underwater lights illuminated a sight that would have shocked most people on the surface. Rows and rows of massive ships, sleeping giants waiting to wake up. "Tell me about that day again," Sun Ma said quietly, joining her at the window. "The day we found it." Jai-yun nodded. She had been just a young naval officer then, 50 years ago. "We were doing a deep-sea survey," she began, "looking for mineral deposits. Instead, we found a door in the ocean floor, a door made of metal we'd never seen before." Behind them, the control room staff worked quietly, preparing the fleet for launch. They all knew the story, but they always liked hearing it again. "Behind that door was a ship," Jai-yun continued, "not human-made. Old. Very old. Millions of years old. Its crew was long gone, but its computers still worked. Its technology was far beyond anything we had. And its database," she paused, smiling, "its database taught us how to build everything we have now." A loud alarm started beeping. One of the operators, Yumji Kang, called out, "Admiral, the alien fleet is moving. They're spreading out, surrounding Earth." "Let them," Jai-yun said calmly. "How are our preparations?" Sun Ma checked her tablet. "All underwater bases report ready. Atlantic Base, Indian Ocean Station, Arctic Post, all green. The ships are charged and crews are in position." Jai-yun walked to the central command table, where a hologram showed Earth and the alien fleet positions. Small dots marked the locations of their hidden bases and ships. "Send word to all commands. Begin powering up the quantum lift systems. Slowly. We don't want them to detect the energy spike too soon." Across the world's oceans, massive machines started humming to life. The technology they'd learned from the ancient alien ship had taught them how to build engines that could move mountains. Today, they would move something even bigger. "Message from Surface Command," Yumji announced. "Commander Daho reports the aliens are getting nervous. They've detected some unusual energy readings." "Good," Jai-yun said. "Let them worry. How long until the fleet is ready?" 4 hours for full power-up," Sun Ma reported. "The lift systems need time to build up enough energy." Jai-yun nodded. She remembered the first tests, years ago. How long it had taken them to understand the alien technology. How many failures they'd had before they got it right. But they had done it. Humans had taken something ancient and made it better. "Admiral," Yumji called out suddenly, "we're getting readings from the alien fleet. They're charging weapons. They're bluffing," Jai-yun said confidently. "They won't fire. They're too confused, too worried about what else we might have hidden." She was right. The alien ships held their positions, weapons hot, but not firing. They were waiting, watching, trying to understand what was happening beneath Earth's oceans. 3 hours until full power, Sunmai announced. Jai-yun looked at the clock, then at the fleet waiting outside their windows. 50 years of work. 50 years of keeping the biggest secret in human history. 50 years of preparing for this moment. Send a message to all commands, she ordered. When we surface together. Every ship, every base, all at once. Let's show them exactly what humanity can do. The crew worked at their stations, monitoring the power buildup, checking systems, preparing for the moment when Earth would reveal its true strength. Outside in the dark waters, millions of lights began to glow as ships woke up from their long sleep. 2 hours 50 minutes to full power, Sunmai reported. Jai-yun stood at her command post, watching the countdown. Soon, very soon, the oceans would part, and Earth would show the galaxy that humans were not to be underestimated. The Stellar Dominion had given them an ultimatum. They were about to learn that humans could give ultimatums too. Engineer Ta Wen-yun's fingers moved quickly over the control panel. Red warning lights flashed across the screen. The quantum lift systems were drawing more power than they had ever used before. Power levels at 90%. He called out to Admiral Jai-yun. The ocean is starting to warm up above us. Through the massive windows of the underwater base, they could see the dark waters beginning to bubble. 50 years of waiting had led to this moment. In bases across all of Earth's oceans, other engineers were doing the same thing. How many ships are we bringing up? Asked the young technician. All of them. Ta Wen replied with a smile. Every single one. Above them, the alien fleet circled Earth like hungry sharks. Their ultimatum still had 20 hours left, but they were about to get a big surprise. Power at 95%. Ta Wen announced. The whole base was humming now. Admiral, we're ready. Jai-yun nodded. Send the signal. All bases, all ships, rise together. Ta Wen pressed the final button. The quantum lift engines roared to life. At first, nothing seemed to happen. Then the ocean itself began to move. On the surface, the alien ships detected something strange. Their sensors showed massive temperature changes in all Earth's oceans. Energy readings were off the charts. The water began to churn and bubble as if it was boiling. First wave releasing now, Ta Wen reported. The smallest ships went first. Thousands of fighters and small battleships rose from their underwater hangars. They shot up through the water like silver bullets, breaking the surface in perfect formation. The alien fleet watched in shock as ship after ship appeared. Second wave beginning, Ta Wen called out. His hands were steady even as the base shook around them. Medium vessels launching. The next group was bigger. Destroyers and cruisers, each one bigger than anything humans had ever shown in space, rose from the depths. Water cascaded off their hulls as they took position above the waves. The alien sensors must have been going crazy. Final wave, Ta Wen said, his voice filled with pride, releasing docking clamps on the capital ships. This was the moment they had all been waiting for. The largest ships in Earth's hidden fleet began to rise. These weren't just warships, they were entire underwater cities. Each one was the size of a small island, built using technology from that ancient alien wreck they had found 50 years ago. From his station, Ta Wen could see the screens showing views from all around the world. The Atlantic Ocean churned as hundreds of massive ships broke the surface. The Pacific's waters parted for even more. The Indian Ocean gave birth to a fleet that could have conquered a solar system. All ships report successful surface breach, he announced. No failures. No losses. The fleet is up. Admiral. Jai-yun smiled. Send word to the alien fleet. Tell them to look down. On the alien ships, panic was spreading. Their sensors showed thousands. No, hundreds of thousands of vessels rising from Earth's oceans. The humans had hidden an entire civilization underwater, right beneath their feet. Ta Wen checked his final readings. Over 1 million ships successfully surfaced, Admiral. All systems working perfectly. The quantum lift engines performed even better than we hoped. The base itself was rising now, climbing through the water toward the surface. Through the windows, they could see their fleet waiting for them. Ships stretched from horizon to horizon, their hulls still dripping with seawater, their weapons powered up and ready. Message from the alien flagship called out a communications officer. They're asking for a new meeting. Jai-Yun laughed. I bet they are. Tell them we'll be happy to talk after they move their fleet back beyond Mars orbit. Tai-Yun looked at his screens one last time. Every light was green. Every ship was where it should be. The greatest feat of engineering in human history had worked perfectly. They had hidden 1 million ships under the ocean, and now those ships were going to protect Earth. 50 years, he said quietly. 50 years of building, of waiting, of keeping the secret. And now, Jai-Yun replied, 50 years of preparation are about to pay off. The galaxy wanted to know if Earth was ready to join them in space. She looked out at their massive fleet, still gleaming with seawater under the sun. I think we just answered that question. The alien ships were already starting to back away. Earth's oceans had given up their secret, and that secret was the most powerful fleet in the galaxy. Humanity was ready to take its place among the stars. Captain Minho Park stood on the bridge of the battleship Ocean's Thunder, watching the alien fleet through the main viewport. His ship had been sleeping under the Pacific Ocean for 20 years. Now it was time to show what it could do. All weapons charge, reported Yum Mei-Kang from the tactical station. Drone fighters ready for launch. Minho nodded. The alien ships were still backing away, but too slowly. They needed to learn that Earth was serious. Launch the first wave of drones, he ordered. The sides of Ocean's Thunder opened up. Hundreds of drone fighters poured out, their engines glowing blue against the dark sky. They were small but deadly, built with technology that the aliens thought humans couldn't possibly have. Drones approaching alien fleet, Yum Mei announced. No response from enemy ships yet. Minho smiled. They don't know what to do. They thought we were primitive. He touched a control panel on his chair. All ships, this is Captain Park. Begin advance. Show them what Earth can really do. The human fleet moved forward like a giant wave. Water still dripped from their hulls as they rose higher into the sky. The alien ships looked much less impressive now. They were outnumbered 20-1. Sir, Yum Mei called out. The alien flagship is scanning us. They're trying to understand our technology. Let them look, Minho said. Time for them to learn who they're dealing with. The drone fighters reached the alien fleet first. They didn't attack. They just flew between the alien ships, showing off their speed and control. The aliens tried to scan them but couldn't understand how they worked. Getting a message from the alien flagship, the communications officer said, they're demanding to know how we got this technology. Minho laughed. Tell them we built it ourselves. Tell them we took their old, abandoned technology and made it better. On his command screen, Minho could see the whole battle space. Earth's fleet had spread out in a perfect formation, surrounding the alien ships. Every captain knew exactly what to do. They had practiced this moment for years in underwater simulators. Sir, alien ships are powering up weapons, Yum Mei reported. Let them, Minho said calmly. Activate our shields. A blue glow surrounded each Earth ship as their shields came online. This was the technology that would really shock the aliens. Shields more advanced than anything they had. The first alien ship fired. A bright beam of energy shot toward one of Earth's destroyers. It hit the shield and disappeared, doing no damage at all. No damage to the destroyer, Yum Mei confirmed. Their weapons can't get through our shields. Minho pressed another button on his chair. This is Captain Park to all ships. Defense pattern Ocean. Show them our shields, but do not fire back. Let them wear themselves out. The alien fleet opened fire. Beams of energy filled space. hitting Earth's ships from every angle. But the shields held strong. Not a single shot got through. Alien ships showing signs of power drain, Yumai reported. They're using up their energy trying to break our shields. Perfect, Minho said. He opened a channel to the alien flagship. This is Captain Minho Park of Earth's Ocean Fleet. Your weapons cannot harm us. Your ships are surrounded. Would you like to discuss surrender terms? The alien response came quickly. Their ships stopped firing. The mighty Stellar Dominion, which had thought Earth would be an easy conquest, was starting to understand its mistake. Message from Admiral Jai-yun, the communications officer announced. All ships to hold position. The aliens want to talk. Minho looked out at their fleet. 1,000,000 ships, built in secret, now revealed to the galaxy. The ocean had protected them, hidden them, given them time to prepare. Now the ocean had given Earth its greatest victory. Stand down weapons, he ordered, but keep shields at full power. Let's show them that humanity knows how to be merciful in victory. The drone fighters returned to their ships. The fleet held its position, a wall of advanced technology between Earth and any who would threaten it. In just one day, humanity had gone from seeming weak to becoming one of the most powerful forces in the galaxy. Send word to all ships, Minho said. Well done, everyone. The oceans kept our secrets safe. Now we keep Earth safe. The sun rose over Earth, shining on the massive fleet that had changed everything. Humanity's time hiding beneath the waves was over. Their time among the stars was just beginning. Commander Jun-Ho Song stood ready on the bridge of his ship, Deep Current. His orders had just come in from Admiral Jai-yun. Take down the alien flagship. The huge alien ship hung in space above Earth, still trying to look threatening despite being surrounded. All crews report ready, said his second-in-command. We can start the attack run whenever you give the word. Jun-Ho looked at the alien flagship through his view screen. It was big, nearly 2 miles long. Once that size would have scared humans. Not anymore. Start the attack, Jun-Ho ordered. Show them what Earth ships can really do. Deep Current moved forward, leading a group of 20 ships. They had trained for this moment in underwater bases for years. Now it was time to use that training. Alien flagship is turning to face us, reported the sensor officer. They're charging weapons. Let them, Jun-Ho said with a smile. Activate our special surprise. Deep Current's hull began to change color, turning almost clear. The technology they had found in that ancient underwater ship had taught them how to make their ships nearly invisible. The aliens had never seen anything like it. They've lost lock on us, the tactical officer reported happily. Their sensors can't track us properly. The alien ship fired anyway, but its shots went wide. They couldn't hit what they couldn't see clearly. Jun-Ho's ships moved closer, their hulls shimmering like ocean waves in sunlight. Get me a channel to their ship, Jun-Ho ordered. When the connection opened, he spoke clearly. This is Commander Jun-Ho Song of Earth's Deep Current. Your weapons cannot hurt us. Your sensors cannot find us. Surrender now. The alien commander appeared on screen, all 4 eyes blinking in confusion. Impossible, it growled. No race at your level should have this technology. We had good teachers, Jun-Ho replied. That ship you left at the bottom of our ocean. It taught us well. We learned from it, improved it, made it our own. To prove his point, Jun-Ho ordered his ships to demonstrate their full capabilities. They moved in perfect formation, their hulls shifting between visible and invisible, their shields glowing with power the aliens couldn't match. How? The alien commander demanded. How did you advance so fast? We had something you didn't, Jun-Ho explained. Patience. We found that ship 50 years ago. Instead of rushing to show everyone our power, we waited. We learned. We built. We prepared. The alien ships tried to retreat, but Earth's fleet had them surrounded. More ships rose from the oceans below, their hulls still dripping with seawater. Humanity's hidden power was now fully revealed. Your choice is simple, Jun-Ho continued. Surrender now, or we'll show you everything else we learned from that ancient ship. On his tactical screen, Jun-Ho could see the alien crew panicking. Their sensors showed them surrounded by technology they couldn't understand. Earth ships could vanish from sight, resist their strongest weapons, and move in ways their ships couldn't match. Perhaps, the alien commander said slowly, perhaps we should discuss terms. Jun-Ho nodded to his communications officer. I'll connect you with Admiral Jai-Yun. She's eager to explain Earth's conditions for peace. As the alien flagship prepared to surrender, Jun-Ho looked out at Earth below. The oceans that had hidden their fleet now shone blue and beautiful in the sunlight. Humanity had kept its secrets well, building its strength in the quiet depths. Message from Deep Base 1. His communications officer reported. More ships still rising. The Atlantic fleet is now fully surfaced. Jun-Ho smiled. The aliens were about to learn just how many ships Earth had hidden under its oceans. Each one was a masterpiece of engineering, combining ancient alien technology with human innovation. Send word to all ships, he ordered. Operation Rising Tide is a success. Earth's oceans have given up their secret, and that secret has won us the stars. The alien flagship began powering down its weapons. Around it, other alien ships followed suit. They had come to Earth expecting an easy conquest. Instead, they had found a civilization that had turned their own lost technology against them. Humanity's time hiding beneath the waves was over. Now they would take their place among the stars, not as servants to the stellar dominion, but as equals. Or perhaps, Jun-Ho thought as he watched the alien ships surrender, even as their superiors. Admiral Jai-Yun Lee watched as the alien fleet began its retreat. They moved slowly, like wounded animals trying to escape a predator. Earth's ships followed them, making sure they didn't try anything foolish. They're heading past the moon's orbit, reported Du Yun-Ba, her best strategic officer. All ships are in full retreat. Not for long, Jai-Yun said with a confident smile. Show them our final surprise. Start up the jump drives. Du Yun's eyes widened. All ships, Admiral. All of them. The order went out to Earth's massive fleet. One by one, the ships that had been hidden under the ocean began to glow with a new kind of energy. The aliens had no idea that humans had mastered faster than light travel too. Admiral, called out a sensor operator. The alien fleet is speeding up. They're trying to escape to their jump points. Jai-Yun stood up from her command chair. Not today. All ships, jump positions. Let's show them that Earth can follow them anywhere. The human fleet moved into formation. Water still dripped from some of their hulls. They had been under the ocean less than a day ago. Now they were about to chase an alien fleet across the stars. Jump drives charge, Du Yun reported. All ships report ready. Send a message to the aliens, Jai-Yun ordered. Tell them, you can run, but Earth's oceans are deeper than space. We will follow you home. The alien ships reached their jump points and vanished in flashes of light. They thought they were safe. They were wrong. All ships, jump now, Jai-Yun commanded. 1,000,000 ships jumped at once. The space around Earth lit up like a new sun as humanity's hidden fleet followed the aliens into deep space. They appeared right behind the retreating alien fleet, surprising them again. They've stopped, Du Yun reported with a grin. Their engines are shutting down. I think we scared them, Admiral. Jai-Yun opened a channel to the alien commander. This is Admiral Jai-Yun Lee of Earth. Yes, we can follow you. Yes, we can catch you. Would you like to discuss surrender terms now? The alien commander appeared on screen, all 4 eyes wide with shock. How? It asked. How did you hide all this? The ships, the technology, the jump drives. The oceans kept our secrets. Jai-Yun replied simply. While you looked to the stars, we built our strength in the deep. Everything we needed was down there. The metal, the space, and most importantly, the quiet to work in peace. She could see other human ships surrounding the alien fleet. Their hulls gleamed with power, their weapons ready but not firing. Earth was showing mercy. For now. What are your terms? The alien commander asked quietly. First, you will recognize Earth as an independent power, Jia said. Second, you will share your star maps and trade routes with us. Third, you will help us contact other civilizations, as equals, not as conquests. The alien commander looked at something off-screen, probably reports about Earth's fleet, about how their weapons couldn't hurt human ships, about how humans had better technology now. And if we refuse? The alien asked. Jia smiled. Then we'll find our own way to your worlds. We hid 1 million ships under our oceans. Imagine what else we might have hidden down there. That did it. The alien commander agreed to the terms. Earth's victory was complete. Message from Surface Command, Du Yun reported. They're celebrating all over Earth. The news is out. Humans are showing everyone the fleet. Jia looked at her crew, proud of how far they had come. Send word to all ships. Well done, everyone. The oceans kept our secret safe for 50 years. Now it's time to show the galaxy who we really are. Her ship's view screen showed the alien fleet, now surrounded by Earth vessels that had been hidden under the waves just hours ago. Humanity had waited patiently, built carefully, and chosen their moment perfectly. Plot a course home, she ordered. But keep the jump drives ready. I think Earth is going to be doing a lot of space travel from now on. The fleet turned back toward Earth, their hidden power now revealed to all. The age of hiding was over. The age of exploration was about to begin. Commander Dae-ho Kim walked into the grand meeting hall of the United Nations building, feeling very different from the last time he had been here. A week ago, he had faced alien demands for surrender. Now he was here to accept their surrender instead. The alien representatives are ready, said Si Junwang, Earth's chief diplomat. They seem nervous. They should be, Dae-ho replied with a small smile. In the harbor outside, hundreds of Earth's ships floated on the water, their massive hulls a reminder of human power. More ships circled overhead, keeping watch. The alien delegation entered the room. Supreme Commander Rix led them, but he looked smaller somehow, less confident. His 4 eyes kept glancing at the ships visible through the windows. Welcome to Earth, Dae-ho said calmly. This time, we'll be discussing our terms. Rix sat down heavily in the chair provided for him. Your terms? Yes, the mighty Earth fleet makes those terms clear enough. Si-jun opened his tablet and began to read. First, the Stellar Dominion will recognize Earth as a free and independent power. Second, all alien ships will stay at least 1 light-year from Earth unless given permission to come closer. Agreed. Rix said quickly. Too quickly. He was afraid. Third, Si-jun continued, you will share your star maps, trade routes, and diplomatic contacts with us. Earth is ready to join the galactic community. As an equal, not a subject. Dae-ho watched Rix carefully. The alien commander was thinking hard, probably wondering how his easy conquest had turned into such a disaster. How did you do it? Rix asked suddenly. How did you keep it secret for so long? The oceans helped, Dae-ho explained. Your scans couldn't penetrate the deeper waters. But mostly, it was patience. Humans are very good at keeping secrets when we need to. Through the window, they could see more ships rising from the ocean. Earth was still bringing up hidden vessels, showing more and more of its power. And the technology? Rix asked. That ship you found is ours now, Dae-ho said firmly. Everything we built from it is ours. We learned. We improved. We made it better. Si-jun looked up from his tablet. The next term, Earth will establish its own colonies on suitable planets. We expect the Stellar Dominion to respect these claims. Colonies? Rix's 4 eyes blinked rapidly. You're ready for that? We built 1,000,000 ships under the ocean, Daho reminded him. Yes, we're ready. The only question is whether you'll be our friends or our rivals. The meeting continued for hours. Earth's terms were fair but firm. They wanted peace, but they were ready for war if needed. The ships floating in the harbor made that clear. Last item. Sejun announced, Earth will send ambassadors to all major worlds in the Stellar Dominion. We want to learn about our galactic neighbors. And show them your power, Rix added quietly. Show them our friendship, Daho corrected, unless they prefer to see our power instead. Finally, after much discussion, Rix signed the peace treaty. As he did, a cheer went up from outside. The people of Earth were celebrating their new place in the galaxy. Commander Rix, Daho said as the aliens prepared to leave, remember this day. Remember how Earth treated you with respect, even in victory. We want to be friends with all species, but we will never be servants. Rix looked out at the fleet one last time. No, he agreed. You certainly won't. The galaxy will talk about this for centuries. The humans who hid their power under the waves, waiting for the right moment. After the aliens left, Daho and Sejun stood at the window, watching Earth's ships patrol the skies. Send word to all commands, Daho ordered. Operation Rising Tide is complete. Earth's future among the stars is secure. The sun set over New York Harbor, its light reflecting off the hulls of ships that had, just days ago, been hidden in the deep. Humanity had kept its secret, built its strength, and won its place among the stars. Now, the real journey could begin. 1 month after Earth's victory, Admiral Jae-yun Lee stood on the bridge of her flagship Ocean's Pride. The massive ship, once hidden beneath the Pacific, now floated in space near Mars. Below her, hundreds of workers were building Earth's first space colony. Construction is ahead of schedule, reported Captain Minho Park. The underwater bases taught us how to build things quickly in harsh places. Jae-yun nodded, watching the workers move huge pieces of metal into place. The colony would be home to 10,000 people when finished. It was just the beginning. Message from Earth, called out her communications officer. Commander Daho sends good news. 3 more alien civilizations want to open diplomatic relations. They all want to meet the humans who hid a fleet under the ocean. Minho said with a laugh. We're famous now. Jae-yun smiled. Earth had changed so much in just 1 month. The underwater bases were now spaceports. Ships that once slept in the deep now carried humans to the stars. Even the aliens who had tried to conquer them were now careful allies. Status report on the fleet, she asked. Minho checked his tablet. All ships are fully converted from underwater to space operations. The technology we found in that ancient ship worked even better than we hoped. We can go anywhere in the galaxy now. Through the view screen, Jae-yun watched a group of Earth ships pass by. Their hulls still looked like they belonged in the ocean, smooth and streamlined. But now, they carried humanity's dreams to the stars. Admiral, a young officer called out, the first colony dome is complete. They're ready to bring in the first families. Everyone on the bridge cheered. This was what they had worked for all those years. Not just to defend Earth, but to help humans reach the stars. Send word to Earth, Jae-yun ordered. Mars Colony 1 is ready for its first residents. The age of Earth's expansion has begun. More ships arrived from Earth, carrying the colony's first inhabitants. These people would live on Mars, looking up at the stars and knowing that humans could reach them all. It's strange, Minho said quietly. For 50 years, we hid our best technology under the ocean. Now we're using it to touch the stars. Jae-yun understood what he meant. The ocean had been their protector, hiding their ships and bases until they were ready. Now space was their new ocean, full of possibilities. Message from the Stellar Dominion, reported the communications officer. They want to know if we're interested in joining their science council. They say our technology is impressive. Tell them yes, Jae-yun said, but remind them, we join as equals, not servants. Outside, The Mars colony grew piece by piece. Soon it would be a new home for humanity. Other colonies would follow, on other planets, around other stars. "Admiral," Minho said suddenly, "look at the Earth." Jai-yun turned to see her home planet through the window. From here, she could see the oceans that had hidden their fleet. They shone blue and beautiful in the sunlight. "The oceans kept our secret," she said softly. "Now the stars will keep our future." A group of alien ships passed by, keeping their agreed-upon distance. They were trading partners now, not enemies. They had learned to respect Earth and its hidden strength. "Send a message to all ships and colonies," Jai-yun ordered. "Let this day be remembered, the day humans truly began their journey to the stars. We kept our secret in the oceans. We proved our strength in space. Now we build our future among the stars." The Mars colony lit up as power flowed through its systems. Soon, the first families would walk on Martian soil. Their children would grow up knowing that humans could do anything, even hide 1,000,000 ships under the ocean. "What's next, Admiral?" Minho asked. Jai-yun smiled. "Everything, Captain. The whole galaxy is waiting for us. And this time, we don't have to hide." The sun set on Mars, casting long shadows across the new colony. Earth's ships patrolled the space around it, their hulls still carrying traces of the oceans that had hidden them. Humanity had risen from the depths to reach the stars. And this was just the beginning.